Getting 1080p high refresh rate performance doesn't have to be expensive, and today we're going to show you how to do that for 350 bucks.
And it's not your traditional office PC upgrade video, it's a custom built PC that you can build at home today. Don't believe us? Let's talk about it after a word from today's sponsor. Hey PC gamers, I'm talking to you watching right now. I know you would like to spend a majority of your time on your awesome gaming setup that you spend a lot of time putting together, but that is no excuse for letting your setup and the rest of your house rot away in filth. With today's sponsor Dreamy and the G10 Pro and G10 Combo, you can quickly mop and vacuum your living space and have fun doing so. Cleaning the device itself afterwards is super simple as well with a one-press self-cleaning option. The G10 Pro is a cordless mop vacuum combo with 16 kilopascals of suction power, a runtime of 35 minutes which covers 2,200 square feet, and edge-to-edge cleaning support so you won't miss a single spot. With 4 different modes, you'll find the perfect level of cleaning to power through your messes. Standard mode operates the machine at medium power, turbo is perfect for stubborn stains on hard floors, and also quiet mode which you can run on low power for late night cleaning sessions, and a suction mode for dry vacuuming. You also have the G10 Combo which gives you a detachable motor for a 2-in-1 design, a floor washer to tackle wet and dry messes on hard floors, and a vacuum to tackle dry messes on carpet. From the G10 Pro, the G10 Combo, and an even affordable option, the G10. It's easy to choose the perfect option for you on their official website. It's time to clean up your homes, PC gamers. Check the link down below to use our code and save on your purchase today. A big shout again to Dream for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to the video, shall we?
So guys, for 350 bucks, we're going to go ahead and tell you all the parts that we got. So how we really saved some money on this build is by going to AliExpress, and we bought a CPU Motherboard Ram Combo. The CPU was an i5 2680 V4, which is a 14-core, 28-thread CPU. It's an old Xeon that they essentially repurposed into a modernized motherboard, and we paid a total of $64 for that combo. That is some pretty insane savings there. We also managed to get 16 gigs of DDR4 at 2133 megahertz, and it is dual channel, which is pretty important for these modern games. And this motherboard's basically an X99 chipset that is recycled onto a new board, because if you look up real X99 motherboard prices, they're very expensive. And one thing that's cool about this motherboard is it can take an M.2 SSD. So normally we're having to use these old SATA drives, but this one actually does have one M.2 on it. So we ended up going for a Teamgroup MP33 1TB Gen 3, and that was a total of $53 off of Amazon. It's a really awesome Gen 3 drive, very fast. Now for the cooler, we paid about $15. This happens to be a Zalman cooler, but really you're just looking for any X99 or LGA 2011 cooler because they're gonna be a lot larger typically.
Now to go along with that 1TB of storage, we need to get a graphics card that meets the requirements for 1080p medium-high settings in esports titles gaming, and we went with the GTX 1080, which is a legendary GPU we picked up off eBay for 120 bucks. The specific model we got was an Asus blower style card. You can find these anywhere between 90 to 120 bucks. You can either get this GPU or the RTX 2060. They're very similar performance. If you want to dive into some ray tracing, the 2060 is a better option, but this card in terms of raw horsepower has the extra 2 gigs of VRAM, which could be valuable in newer games. So we're really excited to see how it pairs with this Xeon combo. And for the power supply, of course, we had to go with the trusty Segotep 650 watt 80 plus gold power supply. You can get these power supplies for around $49 on Amazon Ship. They're 80 plus gold, 650 watts, plenty for this PC build, and it's the power supply of choice over at PCBros.tech, our PC selling business where you could buy this PC and many others. Be sure to go to the website today, look for a PC if you don't feel like building one yourself. And all in all, it's a really good power supply for this PC build. And lastly, the budget case we went with is the DIYPC R1 in black, which is a nice budget case coming in around 53 bucks. It does come with some ARGB fans pre-installed. I will say it isn't the best quality fans in the world. They are budget, but they do have a couple of color modes that you can use. In this build in particular, we just ran off SATA. The motherboard does not have ARGB. And also one thing to mention, if you do get this case, it does come with USB Type-C, which with the motherboard you're getting from AliExpress does not have a USB Type-C header, so we're not able to use this port, which is not the end of the world, but something to consider if you are using this case with this motherboard. And all in all, for a $350 PC, I think we got some really good price performance. That is all pending the current pricing of these CPU motherboard combos, which could change depending on the current state of the market here in the US, which we'll talk more about during the benchmarks in the outro. But all in all, it's looking pretty solid for our build. Let's go ahead and dive into some benchmarks and show what we can do. Alright guys, of course with a budget PC, we've got to kick things off with good old Fortnite, and we are currently running the usual 1080p DX11 unlimited frame rate, far view distance, and low textures. And is there some sort of event going on here? Because I don't know what's happening, but this is going to be a game that I'm interested to see how the i5 2680 V4 performs, because we have a very high core count Xeon here. And for most games, obviously Fortnite being one of them, that are esports titles, you're not really going to benefit from having more than your traditional 6 or 8 cores, or even really beyond that. You really want fast single cores, and that's not what these cores are. But every single time We test these Xeon combos. I'm always surprised with how well they do perform in Fortnite, regardless of having a lower than average IPC, and we'll see how this holds up, but so far, it's looking pretty good. CPU's only boosting up to 2.9 gigahertz, which again in modern standards is really slow, but we're still averaging around 100 FPS. Now, it's not perfect. There are some stutters here and there, but this is a pretty smooth experience. I've had some first gen Ryzen CPUs perform very similarly to this and end up not getting as nearly of a smooth experience sometimes. So we're comparing to those CPUs. This is a really good option. My enemy. I don't know what your plan was there, bud. Now, obviously, the elephant in the room that we are going to address probably more during the outro, but I at least want to get it out of the way here, is if you're in the United States, the tariff situation may make it more difficult in the future to get these CPU motherboard RAM combos. I will say, I haven't personally tried to order one since the current tariff was implemented, where it is around, like, what is it now, about 200-something% at the time recording this video. So I have no idea what that looks like on the end user's end when somebody buys something from, let's say, AliExpress. I don't really know. If you look on the website right now, the prices seem normal on the combos, so we'll see in the long run what that ends up being for these, but again, that's just kind of the elephant in the room that we cannot ignore is the pricing. Sorry, buddy. This person's mine. Bob's your uncle. Ah! Oh, this is gonna be an entrance. Wow, shout out to the GTX 1080, man. Sorry, Elder Fly. All right, guys, I think that was a good Fortnite run. Is it the most competitive experience in the world? No, it's a $350 custom-built PC. This isn't even one of our like office PC upgrades that normally delivers better price performance. This is technically a fully custom-built PC, and we're getting 100 FPS with dips into the 90s at times. For somebody's first gaming PC, switching from console, some kid's first PC that they can build themselves and learn the experience of building a PC, I always recommend these combos because they're so dirt cheap. Are they gonna be the most reliable? Are they gonna last the longest? Depends. I mean, we've used these combos before that last forever, and sometimes something happens to them, but AliExpress is normally pretty solid about helping you out if you have any issues. So just want to let you all know, this is a really good combo, and so far in Fortnite, if you're looking for a really, really cheap entry-level PC option, or you have a graphics card lying around and you want a CPU motherboard combo to get this thing up and running, it's looking really good still. Hopefully the prices stay the same. Let's move on to another game.
All right, guys, we are playing some Call of Duty Warzone, and we're currently running 1080p at the basic preset. And we're gonna go ahead and drop in some Resurgence and see if we can get some kills here, or be killed.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be most demanding game, and especially in the esports category for a PC like this. We'll see what the FPS holds up like. I mean, the drop, obviously 100 FPS, but we'll see when we land if we maintain 60 plus, because that'd be a goal for a $350 PC. That's pretty dang good.
I think this game's gonna like our 1080.
Don't let them run away. Don't let those rats run away.
There's no...
A precision.
Ah! Oh god, there's another one. Teammate, go get him.
Clean up.
Clean up time. Oh.
They're strong. They're like, we're gonna take you out.
All right.
Yeah!
Oh, dude, I barely got that.
It's like he was gonna get the blicky.
Oh!
What was
little
that?
jumping bean.
Oh,
little
my.
Jumping bean. This guy's made me rage quit. Well, I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. It's not enough FPS for me to get like good snipes on, but it's enough for it to definitely be playable. So I think I'll give Warzone the pass.
Yeah, for $350, not too bad. Let's go and run some other built-in benchmarks and wrap this video up real quick. Nice PC for the money.
All right, guys, we just got done benchmarking at some 1080p, and this PC did pretty well for the price. I mean, $350 and being able to get higher refresh rate in most of your esports, and even being able to dive into some 1080p AAA titles is pretty awesome for that price.
Let's talk about those other benchmarks that really push this PC to its limits. We have Black Myth Wukong, 1080p low settings with no upscaling. We got an average of 52 FPS, a max of 63, a minimum of 34. I would run some upscaling here if you want to get a locked 60 FPS, which is actually achievable with this PC. Spider-Man 2, 1080p low settings as well. We didn't did use some FSR. This was a game where that Xeons really struggled. We were only getting about 40 to 60 FPS. There were some hard dips here and there. I think this would be the limit for this PC. I wouldn't recommend running this PC on that game. And we also ran CS2, 1080p low settings, got an average of 141 FPS with a 1% low of 74. Once again, a very CPU thread heavy game that won't work very well with the Xeon. So again, buyer beware for those types of games.
And for 3D Mark, we got a score of 7,381, which is a 5 cent per point, and that is a pretty good score here at the Toasty Bros.
So overall, guys, for $350 in 2025, given the market right now, it's a really good PC for the price. Now, as I mentioned during the benchmark section, at the time of recording this video, it is currently April 21st. I did look on AliExpress before filming this. You can still buy these combos at the normal prices that we're mentioning, but if you are in the US, that may change given the current climate right now in the PC market. So if you do want to see up-to-date availability and pricing on everything in today's video, link in the description down below will be affiliate links, and they will help us out. Let us know what you think of this PC down below, and are you planning on building one?
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now, this PC right here will be for sale at PCBros.tech for a great price, so make sure you check it out today.
PCBros.tech, we sell the gaming PCs we feature here on the YouTube channel and a bunch of other ones ready to go. If you guys are watching this in the month of April, which I think this video is going to be uploaded in April, Spring 6, you can save 6% on a PC, guys. Save some money today, PCBros.tech. See you guys later. Goodbye.